Evening folks, I'm Jason, and welcome back to Mecha Taco. So, we are playing another Sailor Moon game, and you're going to like it. I'm still struggling I'm looking for a game to really sink my teeth into, and nothing's just really clicking right now. So, I feel like just doing a lot of one-shot games. And after doing the Sailor Moon arcade game a while back, I was thinking, you know, there are other Sailor Moon beat 'em up games. I don't know why I misspoke, because I'm dumb, but I did remember vaguely that I think the Genesis had one, and sure enough it did. Well, the Mega Drive. I believe the Super Nintendo might have one too, but you know, we'll get there. We will get there eventually. So let's tonight I'd like to explore the Bishoujo Senshi Sailor Moon for the Sega Mega Drive. It came out in like '94, I think. It's kind of late when you think about it. So why don't we go ahead and turn down Moonlight Densetsu. Turn Sailor Moon up. Is my volume good? My volume's good. And let's load the game. Patience. I did not have this loaded up ahead of time. There we go. Alright. And yes. Thank you very much. Hit that button, hit that button. Alright. And, okay, I'm going to transfer myself to the little screen up there. Oh my god, no! And there I am. For a moment, there were two of me. I would imagine that's how going through a transporter is like. So I'm still not convinced you come out the same person. I personally don't think I would ever use a transporter. I'm just saying. I'm sure it's perfectly safe, despite the random transporter accidents you hear about. Not for me. Alright, Sega, let's go. I'm drinking tonight. Honestly, it looks pretty good for a Genesis game. That's not to say Genesis games can't look good. Clearly they can. I don't know what these options are, so I'd imagine this is probably difficulty. We'll leave it there. I'm gonna imagine that's live, so let's go with that. We'll find out if I'm right or not. Alright, who are we going to go with? Ami, Makoto, Minako, Usagi, Rei. I know all their names now! Don't ask me to tell you their last names, because I don't quite know all their last names, but I know their first names. And that's a big step for me. We're going to go with Rei, because Rei is awesome. And you're just a bad person if you think otherwise. Look at that. That's fantastic. The only sailor soldier in high heels that aren't boots. It's kind of strange there, but that's okay. Alright. Oh, and I already used up that move. I didn't mean to do that. Coffee shop. Ah, creature comes out of the coffee shop. Fire soldier. Jump. Ah, she has a talisman attack too. That's good. So I'm actually about halfway into Sailor Moon S, Sailor Moon Super, and rather enjoying it. It's gotten really good, to be honest. Not that it wasn't bad before, but about, I don't know, yeah, close to halfway. Whoa, what was that? That was crazy. Like the animation, like the budget just like jumped a mile, and even the direction changed. It simultaneously increased the humor while also increasing the drama, which is very well done. And I mean, it is genuinely funny. I mean, I do really enjoy Sailor Moon. Even though Chibiusa is back, you know, yay for that. She gets beaten up a lot and picked on more, and that's cool. I'm okay with that. Stop using that ability. Whoa. Alright. Ah! Oji-san, no! Stop it. Why are you like that? Oh my god, Oji-san! I just killed my grandfather. He'll be okay. He'll be fine. Don't worry about it. See, there he is. And there's his twin. Oji-san! It's just wrong on so many levels. It's right out the window. You know, I honestly don't know what the 7 was for, because I've only got 5 lives. But I do love chucking people out the window. I feel like this is the safest place for Ray. Oji-san, no! Yeah, why would you want to go anywhere else? This is great. There you go. Just the ground is littered with monster corpses right now. It's the most awful sight. I feel like this is a crime. This is horrible. I'm sorry, I feel bad. All the people down below. I'm gonna save it. We're gonna do some saving. There we go. What are you? Sure, whatever. Uh-oh. Ah, Tuxedo Common. Basically, for the vast majority of the series, Tuxedo Common's role is to show up, give a little motivational speech, and distract the enemy for a moment. And that's it. And then he's off. I'm trying to hit her with that. It's not working. Wait. Wow. Seriously. That's kind of a waste. This feels cheap. I don't really care. Splat. Come on, if the monster's dumb enough to keep walking into Fire Soul. Splat. Holy cow, how much health does she have? No, this is fine. Now, when I looked up Sailor Moon games, the Super Nintendo one looked like it was in English. I don't recall the game being released stateside, unless it was released in Europe. Or it looks like Sonic there for some reason. Tuxedo Comment looks very strange with his little tiny head. And how small he is compared to Ray. He towers over the girls. I like this. I like this little nod to the TV show. Now, keep in mind. Oops, sorry, folks. Save state, yes. Tuxedo Common. There we go. Sorry, I had to get comfortable. Mamoru is he's in college, and at the beginning of the series, and Usagi and the girls are junior high school students. They're in like 8th grade. Dang, I gotta stop doing that. And yeah, he already has a thing for Usagi by the end of the first season, obviously. So just saying. He also dates Mars for a while. Again, just pointing that out. The show really doesn't really care about age. Damn panda. Like we had just watched one episode where Minako is auditioning to be in a movie, and the director asks her a question. He's like, well, and he's all blushing and like sweating. He's like, well, what would you say if a director invited you out to dinner? And, clearly insinuating that he wants to take full advantage of a 9th grader. And they all just kind of laughed it off. Hee 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 hee. And I'm just like, Jesus Christ. Whoa, how did I do that? How did I do that? Crap, I did a... How did I do that? I did a Cody move and I don't know how I did it. Anyway, it looks like Belle Dandy, I can't help it. She does. She's a goddess. I'm beating her up. Stop hitting me. Stop. There you go. Man, I'm just getting worked. Ugh, then I use a special. As is the tradition of side-scrolling brawlers, your special move depletes energy. Which is lame. I don't know how continues work in this game. I guess we'll find out. Why can't there be an elevator again? That was great. Jeez. Ugh, so jerks. Oh, this isn't going well. Yeesh. I felt like a complete waste. Oh, one up, I assume? Yeah, nice. Ooh, what the hell? Ugh, just let that happen. Gotta get my buttons down. Jeez. Ah, that was lame. What a... Urgh. Pausing it for a second so I can drink. So what are my feelings on Michiru and Haruka? As I mentioned before, I've always had this this biased dislike of the two. Just from my initial impressions of them, like more than 20 years ago. They were just snotty, and I hated them. Now, they still are quite snotty. And I don't like them. I can say that. They're definitely not my favorite characters, and I don't think they're supposed to be liked. Certainly people do. My wife put it best. They play the the tragic martyrs. Nobody understands the torment they go through. Because of their mission. But then even after their mission is pretty much completed, they're still jerks. And in fact, they're more jerks now. Now that they know the identities of the sailor soldiers. Now they're just like bitter. They have Pluto with them. Now Pluto I like quite a bit. Despite the fact that they haven't really done a whole lot with her. Just her attack is enough for me to like her. Is the dead scream. Dead scream. It's fantastic. She says it so deadpan too, which is even better. Pluto herself is kind of a bit of a tragic character, but she doesn't play it up, which is nice. I mean, she's eternal, for my understanding, and she's sworn to basically watch over time and space forever. So she's like Morpheus in that extent. Morpheus isn't the right word. She's one of the endless, is what I should have said. I guess Destiny. She'd be closest to Destiny. But she's not as morose as Destiny. But there is one thing about Haruka. For a whole lot of S, once those two are introduced, I mean, the show goes out of its way to convince you that, man, they are two amazing people. They are so amazing people. I mean, they just can't get any more amazing. Okay, start from the beginning of the stage. I guess that's okay. I have to play as Mars again, though. No offense to Mars. I'm okay with Mars. There you go. Okay, we get that Haruka is this, super talented artist. She's an amazing painter. She's a musician, specifically a violinist. That's fine, whatever. And Haruka is a terrific motorman. She specifically motorcycle. Although I guess her dream is to drive F1 cars. Now again, keep in mind, I think she's in 10th grade, but that never seems to matter how old she is. I mean, she's out driving all the time, and it's not like she's pretending to be in 10th grade. I mean, she is in 10th grade. She is a 10th grader. No idea what her backstory is as far as like parents are concerned. She appears to either live on her own or live with Michiru. But so anyway, she's super talented. Then as it goes on, we learn that not only is she a talented racer or driver, she's a talented athlete all around. In fact, the best athlete all around. Oh, and by the way, she can play piano, and that just made me angry. It's like, no, she can't. I refuse to accept that she can play piano. I mean, there's one scene that's just absolutely hilarious. They're at a park, and Michiru is just performing live for the sheer hell of it because she's a show-off and an egotist. So, and Usagi comes along. He's like, "Oh, that's amazing!" And then Haruka's like, "Oh yeah, well watch this." Now, mind you, this whole time, for some reason, Haruka has a lemon. She has a lemon with her, and she's just throwing the lemon up and down, just nonchalantly. Why she has the lemon, we don't know. Until Usagi shows up, in which case we learn why she has a lemon. Because she throws it at Michiru, who proceeds to juggle the lemon on her violin while playing. If you weren't convinced that these two are the most amazing people ever. So yeah. Not a huge fan of those two. I don't outright just despise them like I used to. If anything, I find more comedy in them. Now, that being said, once Pluto shows up, and the talismans are found, things get kind of dark, and Haruka. First thing, they have this huge problem. Okay, let me state that I'm in spoiler territory. If you've never seen Sailor Moon, I'm spoiling everything for you. But they have this huge pack that, they're out to find these talismans, and if one of them happens to fall behind, then the other will proceed with the mission, regardless. And of course, the moment one falls behind, the other does not proceed with the mission, regardless. So there's that, which is funny. But yeah, Haruka goes down, and Michiru goes down, and Haruka, the enemy for the time being is defeated, and Haruka realizes she has a talisman, and the only way to get it is to kill herself. And yeah, she pulls out the little gun that shoots out your heart, and offs herself. And it's like, I don't like the character, but I don't like them that much. Like, that was pretty awful. That was an awful thing. But all that being said, I enjoy the show. I really do. It's fun. It's a good 90s show. Speaking of Haruka and Michiru, my wife showed me a video. Somebody had basically taken every... In the dub, Haruka and Michiru are cousins. And somebody had basically taken every instance of people mentioning their cousins. And see, I thought... I knew about this, and I thought that it was like, casually mentioned once or twice. I didn't realize it was just overemphasized constantly. Oh, Jadeite. And it's hysterical because they're not. They're not cousins. They are absolutely 100% gay lovers, okay? Oh, there's Tuxedo Common. There's no subtlety. They are very gay. And it's just adorable that they tried to mask it. No, the reason they're close is because they're cousins. Cousins aren't that close. At least in most of the United States. What the hell? Why does he have a Psycho Crusher? I don't recall that. Oh, he goes through the Fire Soul. That sucks. I wish I knew how to do that. Whatever move I was doing before, that was great. Her little uppercut thing? What was that? God, that move is... He's almost dead. Splat. Kicked her right in the stomach. Dead. God, this is only stage 2. That was a long stage. Stage 1 was much shorter. That was ugly. I don't even want to see my grade for that. Yeah. I accept that. Oh man, I'm tired. Really tired. This was a bad idea. Oh, nice. Look at this. This is impressive. Clever. See, this is already doing more than the arcade game did. The arcade game did have, really, really cool animations during the specials, which were rare, mind you. But that's honestly about it. I mean, it wasn't a bad game, but yeah, it didn't have anything else going on. I'm mad that you can't throw the people off. I'm just gonna fire soul you to death. God, stop doing that. Those trucks have to be driving really close to one another for me to just casually walk over to the next. Saving it. Oh. So. Oh, and the boss characters here. Great. If you remember last week, I learned that my Saturn was dead. The motor and the CD drive was kaput. Today I discovered that the cluster gear in my 1990 model TurboGrafx CD-ROM unit broke. I put a disc in, I hit start, and nothing. It just wouldn't spin. And I tried a couple different things first, and then I read that the gears tend to be faulty. I was like, okay, well, I'll look at it, and the gear was stuck. So I unstuck it. I was like, okay, that's fine. Everything's going good. Applied a little tiny bit more force, and part of the gear broke off. And I was like, that's kind of strange. It wasn't enough to prevent it from working, though. So I was like, oh, that's good. So I removed the gear, but I'm like, it still felt weird about it. So I barely touched it again, and a huge chunk of it fell off. And yeah, this apparently is a very common occurrence. For some reason, it's made of a different plastic than the other two gears that flank it. I don't understand why. They chose, angel food cake instead of hard plastic for the materials, but it sucks because now I'm not 100% certain that for starters, that's the case. That is what is preventing the disc from spinning, or if it's a more serious issue. However, if that is the case, there are replacements. They're about $10 to $13 for a lump of plastic that's so small it could fit in my belly button. Oh, that was crazy. This is like some Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle style level in here. So yeah, I was a little upset over that. Losing the Saturn was bad enough, because I have a lot of good stuff on the Saturn. The TurboGrafx, that is my original TurboGrafx from about that year. Yeah, that's a loss. That was my first CD player. Was the TurboGrafx CD-ROM, because you could take it out. You could detach the CD-ROM itself from the dock. It was a terrible CD player. It was ultra sensitive. I think it was like single speed. It just was. It was. I honestly I hated it as a CD player because it used to skip like crazy. But now I feel guilty about that because I've lost it. So no, I have not gone out and ordered a new cluster gear quite yet. I'm finding myself more and more frustrated with hardware. I like playing on original hardware. I really do. It's very cool. But when the hardware dies, I mean, what do you do? It just sucks. And thanks to the collectors, the stuff isn't easy to replace. I was looking at a minimum of like $500 for a new CD unit, and that's not happening. That's ridiculous. No one should pay that much. So it's like, what about EverDrive options? EverDrive, of course, is like a flash card. And they do. They have EverDrives for the PC Engine, or TurboGrafx. It's for HuCard only, though. So that would not help. They're pricey, but needlessly pricey, honestly. But, of course, the value is there. I mean, you get to play virtually every game in the PC Engine and TurboGrafx library. And of course, they have EverDrives for other systems too. I mean, the N64 has one of all things. N64, Mega Drive, Super Nintendo, Nintendo. And I thought about those too. I was like, oh, you know, that would be convenient. But at the same time, like, I don't know. It is cool to play it on original hardware instead of emulated. But I don't know. I'm not that picky. It's funny, you know, losing the turbo. You know, losing the Saturn was hard, but losing the turbo should have been harder, but it really wasn't. And I think that's because the Saturn softened that blow. You know, when I realized the turbo was dead. Again, the Hue card works fine. It's the CD that does not. But yeah, when I realized it was gone, I was just like, of course it is. Why wouldn't it be? There it is. What is that? How do I do that? I'm just doing like crazy motions while she's hitting it. There we go. Come on, OG-san. Lame. Nice. None of your garbage. Splat. I don't even know where I am. Why am I in the Technodrome exactly? Saving it. Can't duplicate it. Up? No, it's not up. I'm trying different directions, seeing if that does it. That doesn't seem to do it either. Dang. Oh. Sorry, I'm getting comfortable. I am really tired. Also, I'm not really paying attention. There's not much going on in this game. It's pretty straightforward, beat 'em up. I do wish I could change characters, though. Upon death. No offense to Ray. Jeez. Yeah, like how happy she looks when she does that move. Man, don't get trapped in a corner. Oof. Look at that combo action going on there. I do feel that it's a better game than the arcade version, honestly. Again, the arcade version has really cool animations. Ugh, this just isn't going well. But there's a little bit more strategy in the combat here. A little bit. Lame. Yeah, honestly, I might end up calling it. This might be a short one, because I'm passing out. I wouldn't expect this to be a two-parter, but it's going to be. I mean, I'm 40 minutes into the game, and this is like level 3? That's kind of ridiculous. I'm sorry, excuse me. Oh, I just let that happen. Oh, why? Jeez. If I can beat this level, yeah, we'll stop it for the night, because I'm dying, folks. I'm going downhill quick. Get comfortable. Show you my knees. The other thing I was dreading. So during the Shinran Kagura arc, I was rough on the game because it's a terrible game. And one particular user took exception to that, but it was very nice about it, honestly. And I like to think I was pretty nice about my arguments as well. And I thought we had kind of basically settled it, whereas we just weren't going to see eye to eye on this. Because, we're looking at this thing from two, very different perspectives. Oh no. Kunzite? I don't remember his name. What does Naru kind of think when I kill him? Oh, Tuxedo Common. Inspire me, Tuxedo Common. Oof. Kunzite's on short. Jeez. Wow, God, he just punches her in the face and then runs off. What is that about? There you go. That's what it takes. But yeah, as I said, I thought we had kind of settled it. But he had replied, wondering why I haven't replied. I'm like, oh, crap. I don't want to talk about this game anymore. Well, it's hard because it's like, no offense, he just doesn't get it. He doesn't understand why I hate this game, and I thought I was pretty clear about it. He also doesn't understand what a fetish is, and why I believe the game is full of nothing but fetishes. I don't know. I haven't figured out how I'm going to reply to that yet. No offense. Now, if you are listening, I do apologize. I'm not singling you out. Because, I mean, Jesus, if you've listened to or watched any of these broadcasts in length, I mean, I can be quite the moron. So, please don't take offense by anything I said. There's nothing but it's not meant as a personal attack. So I apologize if I'm singling you out. I'm also very tired, and I don't know what I'm doing. It's not an excuse, but it's reality. Oh, why'd you pick that up? Enemy variety leaves a lot to be desired in this game, though. It could be more. Alright, we're saving it. But yeah, we're done for the night. I really am, like, just... 3 shoots to the wind. Okay. So, transfer that over. Let's get me back on the big screen. Where's my mouse? There you are, you little mouse. You little vixen. And we'll start that. That's good for now. Alright, so that's all I got for you tonight. I haven't talked a whole lot about the game. It's funny because, you know, I say I like it better than the arcade game. That being said, there's not a whole hell of a lot going on. It is very basic. Is the game 2-player? It's got to be 2-player. I would hope it's 2-player. That would make it a little bit more exciting. You know, as a licensed game, it's not that bad. You know, I could definitely see if I was a huge Sailor Moon fan back in '94, I'd be into this. That's all I got, folks. I'm going to bed. And you should do the same. So, until tomorrow, good night all.